Hi everyone, welcome to the review. We're going to be looking back at Newcastle drawn with Cska Moscow. We'll also hear from Rafa Benitez and a couple of players in just a minute. As you know, this video is sponsored by that One Football app. The link is in the description for that. It's free. You should use it. It keeps you up to date with your news, your transfers, your gossip. I go on about it every single video, and Johnny does as well. There's a reason for that. It's quality, free to download. So let's talk about dead quickly the week. So we've been there for 5 days now. This is the 5th day that Newcastle have been there. Rafa Benitez has had the lads in double sessions. On yesterday he only done the one because it was media duty for the second part of the day, so he's had a good time. A lot of the players have integrated. It's nice to get a lot of the bodies back, the likes of Mutu, Diarmi, Key, Dummett, Darlow, and even Shelvey to some extent, because he's been there all week, although he didn't play. Shelvey is expected to be fit though. Let's take a look at the lineup. Now, I don't want to read too much into the Dubravka not playing at all, because I think Darlow needs minutes a lot because he's been injured, and it's good to again get more game time for Freddie Woodman second half. But that lineup, very strong. You probably say Shelvey and Dummett will potentially, and I'm saying potentially, might come into that later on, next game or the game after. But it's almost the strongest side, minus 2 or 3 players. But it's great to have loads of options back for Rafa. We talked about this the other day. It just gives Rafa a lot of options going into the next 2 home games, which are massive. So the game itself got off to a great start. Almiron looking very impressive first half. Any of you have watched the live stream, I've touched upon his performance. DeAndre Yedlin was a massive outlet. It's great to see him having a great game on that right flank. He was basically a winger. There was no need for him to come back. He was just bombing on and bombing on. He was fantastic, grabbed an assist. Rondon took his goal down well, smashed it home. You know, if you give service to Solomon Rondon, we know that he'll score, and we've got to get more and more crosses into the box for him. But also having Miguel Almiron going in future games will get us up the pitch quicker and faster, and Rondon will have more support as well, which is what we want. And then towards the end of the first half of the game, Cska were coming to be the stronger side, probably the last 5 to 6 minutes. You know, the score, there's a question mark around Fabian Schär and Jamal Lascelles. One of them is not doing their job correctly, whoever's marking. It's one of the two, but then again, Abel Hernandez, who we were linked to for many a year, is free from the 5 or 6 yards out. You would have seen the goals on the video. If you haven't seen them, go back and check them out. They're on the channel. But Mo Diarmi is behind him, so Mo Diarmi needs to be communicating as well. But it's disappointing to concede. Darlow had a great first half. And then if we look at the lineup for the second half, this is what Benitez changed it to. He went back to 4. I do think if Kieran Clark was fit, would have continued with the wing-back system. I just think it was forced on him a little bit. And Matt Ritchie, for me, was absolutely brilliant that second half. Getting up and down that byline, working tirelessly, getting crosses in as well. He was absolutely brilliant. I mean, Atsu didn't even barely have a kick because Ritchie, who was behind him, was getting more forward, which tells its own story about Christian Atsu, isn't it? Hostler rounded the goalkeeper early on in that second half, but apart from that, he didn't really offer much. It was Hayden was very bright as well. I liked Hayden's second half performance, but because of all the substitutions, the game literally died off. It was a poor game in the second half. Mutu should have scored. Well, should have not scored, should have done a lot better with his shot in the last minute. But apart from that, Woodman wasn't even tested really in that second half, and it ended 1-1. Let's hear from some of the back office team and a couple of players.
I think at the end of the training camp, to have a game against a good team is always good. So it was a pity. I think that the first half were 3-4 situations that we could score. The second half we could finish winning the game. But overall, I think it's positive, and I think it was a good game.
Well, it was a great chance to play, like fitness-wise, because I was back from injury, and then get some time to play, you know, some good football against a good team. Yeah, it was a good experience for a week in Spain, and then hopefully we can prepare for next game.
What I said before, so after the training camp, to have everybody working hard like today, trying to do their best, was the idea. I was quite happy with them.
So it's been a good week, it really has, and I hope you've enjoyed the coverage that we've been doing, keeping up to date with what's been going on day by day. We'll be recording our latest podcast tomorrow, all about the games, because obviously we're filmed off the field podcast, but we're doing all the games from just before Christmas up to current, so we'll cover that. We'll see him tomorrow, and Johnny and that, and Rob. So that's been it. It's been a good week. I think it's been a good experience for Newcastle, getting away, integrating the new lads, Almiron, Baraka, getting to know the teammates a lot more. It helps that we've got a lot of Spanish speaking players, especially for Almiron as well. It's great to see all the bodies back from injuries as well, and I think it just gives Rafa Benitez a lot more options, as I've said earlier on. But also remember last year when we were at the in Spain, we went on that run, didn't we? We beat Man United and we finished 10th, so who knows, it might improve our season, because if you look at the league, we've only got 2 of the big boys left. We've only got to play Arsenal away and Liverpool at home, and the rest of the sides are mid-table downwards. So I'm optimistic that we'll stay up, and I think we will, but I don't think it'll be easy, of course not. But let us know what you think. Has it been a good week? Did you watch the game? Let us know in the comments down there below. Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.